At a recent press conference, Mayor Daley announced that for the fourth year in a row, the college enrollment rate of Chicago public high school graduates has risen. It now stands at 52.5%, up from 50% last year, and is increasing at a rate that continues to outpace the nation as a whole. Here are highlights from that press conference.
This is an exciting day here, of course, coming up in every high school here in our city is graduation. And it's really a time of celebration, not only for the student, their parents, the teachers, and all their loved ones. It is very, very exciting for all of them, because we think when we all graduated from high school as well. Tens of thousands of students who will graduate this year should be very proud of all they accomplished. So should I point out their parents, teachers, and the family members. It is easy to forget, but it wasn't too long ago when having a high school diploma was all a student needed to succeed in life. Once you got a high school diploma, you usually went out and usually got a job. But it's completely different today. And times have changed dramatically, and they're changing much more dramatic as well. In today's global economy, although having a high school diploma is still essential, it is simply not enough for many, many professions and jobs today. And that's why we worked so hard over the past several years to lift students' expectations, to help them see through high school graduation not as an end, but as a first step towards a successful career in their chosen field, whatever they want to select. An increasing number of careers, the next step must be college or some form of additional education, or getting a job with the commitment of going to night school, or a job of going to school after maybe 1 or 2 years and getting some money for them. So we have to do much more than help our students just get a Chicago public school diploma. We have to adequately prepare them for learning in a higher education setting. Starting with the class of 2004, we have been tracking how many of our graduates enrolled in college. That year we found that 43.5% of our former students had enrolled in a post-secondary institution. Every year since then, we have measured increases in the number of graduates continuing their education, and today I'm pleased to announce that for the class of 2008, 52.5% of all graduates enrolled in college last fall. And that's a 9% point increase from just 4 years ago, and 2.5 points higher than last year. In the same 4-year period, the national rate increased just under 2 points. When you dig down into the numbers, there is even more good news, especially concerning Latino, African American students, who in the past have been the most underrepresented groups going on to college. In 2004, slightly more than 34% of our Latino students were going on to college. For the class of 2008, this number has climbed to more than 43%. What's more, this increase is being led by a rise in the number of male Latino students enrolling in post-secondary education. These young men have pushed our overall Latino rate up almost 9 percentage points since 2004, compared with the national increase in that time of less than 2 percentage points. Also back in 2004, less than 43% of our African American students were going on to college. That was 18 percentage points behind black students in the rest of the country. For the 2008 class, 53.7% of all of our African American graduates are going to college. So they almost closed the gap with their peers across the nation, who are at 54.9%. This is very, very encouraging news. We're very proud of all the hard work of all those people have worked at the Board of Education, both the students, teachers, principals, parents, and of course Eason-Watkins and many others that have resulted in the progress all across our city. I understand that we still have more to do. We've achieved this in large part by increasing the number and variety of high-quality education options, and that's the key options that are available in neighborhoods throughout the city. We have focused on learning the basics in the classroom. We've improved the quality of teachers, and I believe the learning environment. CPS has created new schools that cater to different learning styles and different interests, such as the one we are here today. High School Transformation, which is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is taking root in high schools right now, strengthening the core curriculum, providing teachers with the training they need to help their students ready for college. We have focused on helping middle school children get ready for high school, and 8th graders in particular prepare for the critical transformation to freshman year through Freshman Connection, which we have known all about. We have been helping families navigate through very complicated financial aid applications, created partnerships with universities that offer scholarships unique to CPS students. To keep our progress going and secure Chicago's economic future, we must provide every child with a high-quality education. The numbers we're talking about today show that we are on the right track, but there still is a lot more room to improve. We need to expand the programs that are working so that more students have access to them and more students become prepared for college. We need the help of state government to do this, especially during these very difficult economic times. Our schools and our students need all of our leaders in Springfield to step up, accept the responsibility to provide substantially greater funding for public education year by year. That not only includes the city of Chicago, but throughout the state. We must not settle into the status quo. The status quo should not be accepted in a very, very difficult economic climate. We must challenge ourselves to keep our students' progress going so that every child in every school graduates from high school ready to go on to some form of higher education and not be denied. Thank you.
We have found that the deeper you dig into the latest college enrollment data, the more good news you find. So I want to take some time to elaborate on some of the statistics that the mayor announced today. We found that while the graduating class of 2008 increased their college enrollment rate by 2.5 percentage points over the previous year, the nation as a whole rose just by 1.4 percentage points in the same time frame. And we're proud to say that this is the 4th year in a row that increases in our college enrollment rate have outpaced the rest of the country. We also found that our college enrollment increased across all GPA categories and across the range of ACT scores. Students with B averages increased their college-going rate by 8.6%, while students with C averages increased their rate by 7.7%. The data also shows that the percentage of students attending college full-time as opposed to part-time increased by 6.1 percentage points and now stands at 77.4%. And additionally, the good news is spread across the district. In fact, 29 schools have beaten the district's average of a 9 percentage point increase over 4 years. At Kenwood Academy, the college enrollment rate has gone up by more than 22 percentage points in 4 years. At Hope College Prep High School, counselors have witnessed their rate increase by more than 23 percentage points since 2004. And Dr. Edwards shared the tremendous improvement seen here at the School of Entrepreneurship, where their average rate stands at 59.2%. And for that, since we're hosting this event today, let's give this school a tremendous round of applause. And as the mayor pointed out, all of this just didn't happen by accident. It took a lot of hard work and coordinated strategies. We've been helping families navigate through the very complicated free application for federal student aid or the FAFSA application to get more money for college. Studies show when a student completes the FAFSA application, he or she is more likely to ultimately enroll in college. And it's no wonder that here at the School of Entrepreneurship, the college enrollment rate rose dramatically, because 93% of the 2008 graduates completed their FAFSA application, up from 28% the year before. Congratulations. As the mayor noted, we've partnered with universities to offer unique Chicago public school scholarships, and we've added post-secondary coaches throughout our high schools to ensure that they're talking about college as early as the freshman year. And our counselors have taken our sophomores and juniors on college tours, and we've started tracking our seniors to make sure that the college choices that they're making the right ones and they're not underselling themselves. All of this work makes a tremendous difference in whether our graduates continue their education. I want to just take a moment and please join me in giving the mayor a round of applause for his vision and leadership in this area. He understands the link between the quality of education and the future success of our students. He also knows that we must ensure our children get a quality education from early childhood on and be fully prepared for post-secondary learning. And I want to take a moment to thank everyone in the Department of College and Career Preparation for helping our students fulfill their dreams of going on to college. I'd like to thank Dave Gilligan, who's the Chief Officer for High School Programs. I'd like to thank Bernard McCune, who is the Acting Director of the office of this department. I'd like to thank Kelly Sparks, who does the research and analysis. And we'd like to also give recognition to Greg Darnita, the former director of this department, who left a couple of months ago to join Arnie Duncan in DC to extend this effort across the nation. For many of our students, they are the first in their families to be able to reach this milestone. So our work in this area is not done and is critically important. And to all who have made today possible, including AIO Cynthia Baring, who is the area instructional officer for small schools that includes the School of Entrepreneurship, we thank you because this is truly an exciting day for the Chicago Public Schools.
Thank you and good morning. I'm truly delighted to be here today for what has become a very special annual event. I think I've done this before. Mayor Daley has already shared the good news with you, and I want to join him in congratulating our students, teachers, principals, and staff. I'd like to look forward to the class of 2009 now and give you some more important good news and numbers. That is the number of 2009 CPS student graduates who will be receiving a Gates Millennium Scholarship. For those of you who are not familiar with the Millennium Scholarship, it pays for all of your college expenses, not only your undergraduate degree, but for a graduate degree as well. We're talking law school, medical school, PhDs, wherever your education takes you. Not only is the scholarship often the difference between being able to attend college and not being able to attend for some students, but it enables them to pursue their education as far as they like to go. Last year, we had 27 Gates Millennium Scholars, which was our largest total to date. We wanted that number to keep growing, and it did. Not only is this group of 31 our largest total, it is the largest total for any single school district in these United States. That includes New York and Los Angeles. How did we do it? We had outstanding staff in our schools and in the Department of College and Career Planning. They encouraged students to apply for the Great Gates Millennium Scholarship and help them get their forms and essays in order. Just so that you know, the application for this scholarship is grueling. I believe it includes 8 essays. But obviously, we had some outstanding and determined students, and the payoff is considerable. Not just for those individual recipients, but for the students who come after them and are inspired by them. It also benefits the communities they go on to help, like this one, once they finish their studies. So congratulations again to all of our Gates winners and our other scholarship winners, and thank you teachers, students, principals, and staff who helped them, and thank you very much.